started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong, sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
My Randy Moss could make it back.
To the 45-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And bringing them out is the rare southpaw in his fourth year, coming off his best season as a pro, Tua Tagovailoa.
You want to talk about a driven player partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Tua sets up to pass it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So first and 10 now from the 30. On play action, here's Tua. And that one complete downfield to Cup. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Yep.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tua Tagovailoa, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
But there's something that goes back to the early years of his career. Remember, he had 3 touchdowns in each of his first couple of seasons. None last year as they've tried to dial back his running, especially down close to the goal line.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Tua Tagovailoa who called his own number and finished it off with the touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the pride of Wyoming in his 6th season with one of the league's strongest arms, Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between.
Allen hit. He lost the football.
Bad news on that play for
that was Josh Allen. I fucking fumbled too. Wow.
Yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's got his guys set up great now. First and goal. And the Pigs get at the 7-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Henry is into the end zone for a
spun into that fucking end zone automatically.
Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Moss. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. Here comes third down and 7. As they've got it as we resume action.
This is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or 2, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback.
This is taken in. It's complete. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Dallas Goedert, 31 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great work, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And while we have a moment, we remind you the registration for the Madden Championship Series is now open. This year we'll be giving away, ready for this, $1.7 million in prize money to the best Madden 24 players in the world. And if you want to get in on the action, and you should,
I thought I picked
MaddenChampionship.com to get yourself registered. It's hard to believe how much that has taken off in recent years.
It's taken off so much, partner. I'm going to start to work on my game and register for a chance to win that kind of money.
On first down, Allen. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Cooks on the quick snap. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Rolling to his right. Allen hit. He lost the football.
Shut up, sled, bitch. Shut up, fucking sled.
as his guys will get the
You
football
should have
back.
All about
slid.
defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
The end result, 21 yards.
That's a nice throw there. He's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From midfield, here's Tua. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches.
He overthrew Cobb. I had the right play.
Powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
No!
This throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the end. A happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime and getting back into the action. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Second half begins with a run by Henry. To the 43, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. A first down carry for Henry. 20! And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Trying to punch it in with Henry. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Again, it's Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. For this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Now on 2nd down, this is goal. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
On 1st down, it's goal. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Allen's throw is complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line. Here's Allen to throw it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Allen. That's going to be caught by Moss. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line. Throwing now is Allen. He finds Pickens over the middle. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Allen again. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he is caught. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. From the gun, it's Allen. Flush to his right. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Josh Allen, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And his kick is good, but flags come in. It looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Offense.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it. They'll run it again with Henry. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Henry up the middle. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get 1 more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditional is not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football. to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by a man who took that huge jump everyone had hoped for in year two. One of the game's brightest young stars. And that's Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field. It can take off and run when under duress.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a handoff inside. It's Peyton. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice.
This is a diving effort by Evans. What a catch. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. Tua now on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That would good people.
But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down. Tua to throw again. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Looking to pass, Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Touchdown! Cooper Kupp from 21 yards away. And the Bucs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They're kind of got a look at them, get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Lawrence. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, your former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that on the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now Tua. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. That's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's 3rd down and 4. Here's Tua. Escapes the sack. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the end.
And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Eric Berry, the safety, comes flying in for the sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Lawrence. He's got the hook up to Hopkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. Olave holds it in. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, well, the lineman on the other side has got it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, go on, get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. The NFL's second leading rusher in 2022. Here's Derrick Henry. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Again to Henry. And he is going to have it the Bucs first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Now a handoff to Henry. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Derrick Henry, and he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll run. It's Henry. There he goes left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. Now Tua not liking what he sees, so he's going to signal for a timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Pass taken in by his big tight end. But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And he's got it. An in-front Buccaneers touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs add 6 to their lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This take it in at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Bengals. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Touchdown! Mike Evans. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bucs have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. The partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air. And that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Slant pass complete to Olave. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down, Lawrence. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Lawrence on 1st down. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And now they're in the hurry-up. It's a throw again as Lawrence working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Bengals 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line. Here's Lawrence to throw. Olave over the middle. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Lawrence. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Bengals. DeAndre Hopkins from 10 yards out. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as he'll decide to go for two. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And they are 3 for 3 on two-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And bringing them out is one of the most exciting players in the NFL every season. A former MVP, it's Lamar Jackson.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defense.
And right away, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes on the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. It was just third down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
Yeah, that's just the third play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3 and out. They did. Here's 2nd and 7. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by someone who has proved doubters wrong his entire career. MVP runner-up a season ago, Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
They go play action with Hurts. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
It's tipped, but it doesn't matter. He still catches it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rob Gronkowski, 60 yards. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here this afternoon. And you know, you and I praise tight ends in today's game a lot for being just like a bigger-bodied wide receiver. Boy, a play that long from that position, you just didn't used to see that as much.
No, you were really just counting on the tight end position to catch the football and get what they got on the catch. And now it's the run after the catch that makes him so dangerous. Hard to bring those big guys down when they get rolling.
Couldn't bring him down here. Got into the end zone. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run, and then executed.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. They work now on 2nd and 9. As they've got it as we resume action. Now Jackson. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Great effort by Alex Singleton as he finishes that play off.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They run out of the gun with Swift. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Open man has got it, the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Throwing is Jackson. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh 1st. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. To throw is Jackson. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Dallas Goddard, a 7-yard touchdown ground. And the Steelers are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. And oh, it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this 1st half. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Hurts throw taken in by Evans here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Play action. Here's Hurts. He goes full extension, and he's got it. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Oh, that's sweet. What an effort. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Now it's Henry. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 51 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line. Henry will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So the drive there took 6 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Play action. It's Jackson. Over the middle to Beckham. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5.
Here's Jackson to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ballgame. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
Swift, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Jackson now. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Randy Moss, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Steelers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Forced out to his left. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted a tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning.
Derrick Henry all alone.
Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Buccaneers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
Partner, you know when we call this game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Jackson's throw complete there to Beckham.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
Into the hands of Beckham.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Jackson to throw. That is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Jackson. This one complete down the field to Galley.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Throwing. Jackson.
This will be caught by Randy Moss. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Now Jackson. Throw out wide is incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
Here's Jackson.
And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Jackson.
And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. One final shot. They'll look to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
To not finish a game on a defensive penalty, that's why they get one more untimed attempt.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Get us started now, the kicker Chris Boswell. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a former first-rounder in his 4th year now out of Utah State, Jordan Love.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now, he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential. And he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. Love now. Flutt, and the ball comes out. Love lost it, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive.
They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cooper Kupp, 54 yards. And the Buccaneers will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, 71 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Randy Moss, 73 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 8. Now Love. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. To throw now. Here's Love. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing. Love. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. John Randall dropping the hammer.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
But That's the down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Henry. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run with Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. On 1st and 10, Love. And here the hookup good to Victor Cruz. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling. Love looking to throw it. Open man downfield is Davis. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Jordan Love ready on first down here. They'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Again, it's Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. The kick by Carlson is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have all right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And you see the last drive, great chunk of yardage, the touchdown on 5 carries. And offensively, everything just looked in sync, didn't it?
It did, and the reason that it was in sync is because it's a combination of play calling, game plan, offensive line marrying up with all their blocks. But don't forget the receivers out on the perimeter. Any type of a long run, the receivers have had a hand in that because they've occupied people downfield. And, of course, give the big credit to the man with the football. Great vision, good movement, gets to the end zone.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
That'll be caught. It's caught. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 31. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. On first and 10, it's Hurts. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Keeps himself upright. Touchdown! Mike Evans. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Down. First down, Love to pass. Short throw, that's caught by Davis. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Tackle made by Chase Young. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional in the battle of game plans.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
But first down, Hurts. And that one complete downfield to Cup. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Bucks. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Throwing is Hurts. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Bucs are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they open the lead up now to 25. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Love. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. Here's Love. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Bucs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 71 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. This is Henry. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Boswell for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. And now here comes Kansas City. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps, to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Love's throw complete here to Ayuk. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Tip carry now for Derrick Henry. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the